Cyberpunks and Retro Nerds, welcome back to another episode of Neon Trash. Johnny Rocket here, Tommy the Hammer there, and it's my pick, and I picked Sons of Steel.
Yeah.
That's right, the Academy Award winning, no, something other musical? I don't know.
Never heard of it.
Saw this at Cinema Wasteland and was like, what the hell? Yeah, I'll pay $10 for this. Like, yes, I need to, I don't know, I need more Aussie exploitation. I loved Dead End Drive-In, and I want to see what else these guys were up to. So I think we're in for a treat here, bud.
I think you are right, Johnny Rocket. You guys know this routine. Check out that motherfucking trailer. Peep that shit. And when we get back, you guys are going to know our opinions on
Sons of Steel.
Sons of Bitches.
You sons of bitches.
This story is set in the future. The world is split into trading blocks, and the South Pacific is a nuclear-free zone. The fascist government plans to break the anti-nuclear treaty by permitting a nuclear submarine to enter the harbor. These are heavy times. One man threatens the government scam, Black Alice.
Man is a rebel, and rebels must be destroyed.
He's a dangerous man with a quest for peace.
I'm not as dangerous as that sub out there in the harbour with 5 million innocent people living around it. You dig?
They trap him. They zap him. But he's released from his hologram prison 115 years into a post-apocalyptic future.
What's going on here?
There are monsters. Freaks. Can he survive?
Got to get back. Change time.
He's got to get back to the present. It's in the script.
You will appear at exactly the same time you left. You will have only 1 hour before the accident.
Let there be lights. Let there be camera. Let there be music.
Call out the instigator. 'Cause there's something in the air.
Let there be action. Let there be a movie that blows your socks off. Let there be Sons of Steel.
We just got done watching Sons of Steel. And the first thing I want to say is, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
This movie was absolutely insane.
Yeah.
And like, I knew from the first 3 minutes in, like, we were about to take a trip. And it was just going to be insanity. We had no idea, but you could expect anything out of this movie. Like, I just had that feeling from the get-go, and like, it delivered absolute insanity. Like, it's so funny. It reminded me partway through of watching Voodoo Apocalypse, where that seemed like that was such almost, it feels like a love letter to movies of this era, right? Just, done so terribly and over the top, but just so bombastic, and but this movie is doing that even beforehand.
Yeah,
I don't know how
in the era.
It's so meta with itself.
Yeah.
You get so many scenes. We've got cars chasing, and we get motorcycles, and you get action, and you get just sci-fi experimentation, crazy apparatuses and machines and shit. This is insane. And then to top it all off, it's a musical kind of.
Right.
It's so funny how it you open up with a song and it goes for so long, and suddenly you get another song and you're like, oh yeah, this is a musical. And then a little bit later you get the third song comes marching right along, and you're like, well, okay, so they're gonna with musical, but then it disappears for a while.
It does.
And suddenly it breaks out into a couple more songs.
Yeah.
You're like, okay,
So it's heavy on the musical aspect.
weird, but it's comes in such weird sporadic bursts. It's not just pacing and timing of song and scene and song.
Time for a song.
It's just
We've watched a lot of weird crap in our day, and I don't know. This is far from the worst film that I've ever seen.
Oh, God, yeah.
In terms of like an Aussie movie, it might not be the best that I've ever seen, but it's definitely unique. It's part post-apocalyptic movie. It's part new wave punk rock musical. It's part everything that John was saying: sci-fi, fantasy, action, musical. You name it, it's all in here. And there's a couple of moments where I was just so baffled at the shifts in tone, the weird characters, and the sudden songs that it felt like it was spinning its wheels, but no, it was more like, you're like, okay, this is just so much. It's a lot. It's a lot. This movie is a lot. Me and John looked at each other like, okay, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
We're watching some guys having fun, making a movie, and
that's the takeaway. That's
bunch of crazy 80s Aussie weirdos, I guess.
Let's do the star count for the old Sons of Steel.
Let's go ahead and roll into that star count here. I really enjoyed this. I got so many laughs out of it, so many just like, what the fucks? Like, this is like impressively done on like a large scale. Like, they actually, like, despite like the weird Popeye overdubs and shit, like, this still, I don't know, I was still engrossed by it. I was incredibly entertained by it, and I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10.
Oh,
actually,
my goodness,
this was really, really fucking awesome. I liked it quite a bit.
I don't know if I go to 9. I will go to an 8, because here's the thing with this movie is everything about it is so bonkers, and there's so much crazy shit going on that you just have to keep watching. You gotta go to the end. It's like that train wreck. You're rubbernecking. You want to see what comes up next. And it really delivers in those regards. Like, every scene, every moment, every new musical cue, every costume, every camera angle, every lighting moment this movie has is entertaining. It's just eye candy because it's just fucking out there. So, excellent choice there, John. I'm glad that you brought this over to the old Neon Trash.
It was my pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Sir Thomas. And, man, I hope we've been informative to y'all.
Yeah.
Till the next time, tune in to Neon Trash.
Good night, folks. Check it out. Sons of Steel. It is what it is.
Good night, mate. Throw another shrimp in the babby.